with another video, and I thought it would be a good idea to update you guys on my 55-gallon tank. As you all know, you've been with me through this journey, and I was dealing with Black Beard Algae. It was getting very frustrating. I was doing all the tricks for it, nothing was working, so I want to update you guys how I got rid of that. As you can also see a little difference in here, I took out most of my plants for two reasons. One, by having all the plants here, I felt like it was shadowing the plants in the back, and I was losing a lot of those. It got really bare there for a while. If you come around here, you can see how beautiful it looks now. It's nice and full, but everything back here was dying. It looked like this, right? Really sad, really. I'm still gonna work on this area and see if I wanna take all that out and replant this guy, keep chopping him and let him grow there. Still deciding. We'll see if anything happens out of those. But everything in the back was looking really bad. This was completely bare as well. And I was like, you know what? I think it's because these plants are sitting here and just covering it and also taking all the nutrients out of the water. So that was my other reason, is I felt like they were competing for nutrients. And so I left one in there, but I decided I wouldn't have all of them the way I usually do. For the Black Beard Algae, what I did was I just stopped turning on my lights and I stopped fertilizing the tank, and I pretty much just left it alone. I would, if I turned on my lights, it would be for 6 hours. My plants did not get totally hurt by this, though I could tell the growth was a little bit skinnier and smaller. But once I got rid of the Black Beard Algae, I cranked up the lights, I cranked up the CO2, and then I lowered my fertilizer by a lot. In fact, I really stopped doing iron, which is the thing that everyone was saying, do iron for your pinks and reds to really pop. This was what was creating the Black Beard Algae, so I just stopped using it altogether. And as you can see, they're still very pink and red and purple in there without this. I'm not saying don't do iron at all, but in my tank, it was impacting it negatively, very negatively. I start this one too. I was doing 3 times a week. Now I do it once, maybe twice, and I only do 4 pumps instead of 5 pumps. So less fertilizer, if you didn't already know that, which it seems like duh, but everything that I was being told was that you want to fertilize 3, maybe even 4 times a week if you're running CO2 and you've got really good lights. And that just didn't work out for me. If you take a really close look, can you zoom in so they know I'm not lying about the Black Beard Algae? There's nothing in there. If anything, you might find a speck of it here or there, but it's been really good. These guys were covered. My Anubias were covered in Black Beard Algae. I promise, no tricks, no potions. The only thing that took care of it was just turning off my lights and no more fertilizer, and I was like, bam, it's gone. Woohoo. Now another thing, I also left all the snails to reproduce like crazy. I think I just got rid of like 100 of them. And the reason for that was I allow them to completely clean my tank up. If you see up here on this filter, all the algae I have on this one, well, the entire back of my tank, the back glass was full of it. This whole thing was full of it. Everything that was black in here was green like this. So I let them overproduce and completely clean it for me. I did no manual labor there. They just cleaned it all up for me. And then I had to get rid of them because they were eating all the food that I would drop in there for the shrimp. And I didn't want to lose my auto cats. I still have them alive and well. And I was like, oh, they're cleaning way too well. So I did a little bit of control there. What is it? Population control. Yeah. And I didn't remove them all because they're still very good cleaners. So I kept that in. Another thing, I have no lids. I'm going to put lids on. I showed you guys my nano tanks. I put the lids back on. I'm doing it today for this one too because our winters are so dry, and it like I have to top it off like every 2-3 days, right? Yeah. That's how bad it is in here. And so I was like, I'm just gonna pop the lids back on because it's been working really well in the kitchen.
For having so many tanks, you would think it would not.
You would think it wouldn't be dry, right? Because they're all contributing to the humidity, but it doesn't work like that. So I'm going to go ahead and clean those off, and of course use the tip I've always given about these little, what are they called? Stainless steel scrubbers. Yeah. Somebody was like, oh, they're gonna scratch your glass. I've been using them forever, and on my fancy glasses, and they don't do anything. They don't scratch it. I've had worse things happen with this guy. When I used to have sand substrate, it would get in between, and I don't know if this one is scratchy, but that one's scratched, which really bums me, but only I can see it. It really gets me angry.
You should really get the one with the holder on top.
What
For
holder?
your fingers not to get so... Cause he's such a baby with it.
With what? What are you talking about? Oh, that?
Yeah.
Because it dries out my fingers?
Yeah.
It's fine. Was that all that I was going to update? Do you recall what else I said I wanted to update?
No, that's all.
Oh, another thing, and this may not work for everyone, and I was told to always shut off my CO2 at night. I stopped doing that. Stop doing that. Because the problem with that was I would turn it off, and maybe it's just because it's the DIY style. Maybe if you have like the other one, it doesn't do this. But the night would get this down back to like a very blue, and so all day I'm working on getting it up again, and then just to turn it off. And then the next day it was blue, and then I was not getting good growth. I just keep it kind of slow, consistent, 24 hours, and ensure that this stays green at all times, so that in the morning it's not blue. So like half a day you lose of not having CO2 running in there, and I've gotten a lot more growth. So it's not that I'm saying you should do it, but also it works. So if it works, it's kind of hard to be like, yeah, don't do it. Obviously monitor it all the time. It doesn't ever get into yellow or even lime green. It just stays at a really green, and I don't have to work it back to that every single time. Oh, when you hold it in the light, you're like, I did nothing. Let's keep scrubbing. I feel like I'm missing something that I wanted to say. Do you remember?
No.
It's been a journey, and I'm only sharing this because, it's been, a year of getting back into it. So I had some prior experience, but not like this time around. This time I've experienced a lot more because I have a lot more tanks, and I'm learning a lot more from every mistake I make. This tank has gone through a lot. It's been through many different stages, but I absolutely love it now. And that's why I am updating, because I want to help out anyone else who's in my shoes. If you're dealing with black beard algae in general, those are some things you can work on.
Comment below if you
I'm
have
living proof. Now I have like this micro algae, and I love that for my autos. So I'm not trying to limit all the algae. They need it. I still need my walls to get a little bit dirty in order for the life in there to have something to eat.
And then
You know what? I'm going to say that's pretty good.
you have a lot of shrimp too.
I have a lot of shrimp. I probably have, if I were to guess, 40 to 50 shrimp in here, and some Pinocchio shrimp too. So I'm not trying to completely eliminate my algae, but obviously nobody wants black beard algae. That's not a fun one. It doesn't look bad. I like it without it, but you know what? I'm tired of having to constantly refill with water.
But yeah, comment below if you have any questions.
Yeah, let me know if you have any questions. I'll do my best to answer. I've been, even though I've been silent here, I've still been learning a lot and doing my research and watching a bunch of videos, because obviously I want the best for my tanks. And now that I'm gathering all this new knowledge, I can redo that 75 gallon, because my regret with that one was that I decided to plant it from the get-go fully, invest so much in it just for it to go through the brown algae phase and kill everything off, so like I regret that. Like I wish I had let the brown algae phase go. Once it cleared up, then planted it, instead of like wasting so much money. Now knowing it, I would not have done that, and I would have just kind of got it up and running and maybe floated some plants in there, and then plant it when now is perfect, because the brown turned to green algae, and it's like little micro algae that you got to scrub off the glass like in little sections, and that's it. if I had to do it again, I would have waited. It's a bummer.
And people are saying that you're doing the same thing. And that's fish keeping. You do the same thing.
Like that's why I haven't I haven't uploaded because they were like, oh, you're not doing anything new, and I'm like, do you all have an endless supply of money and space to constantly be working on new projects? Because that's not my thing. I don't have that. So sorry, sometimes you're gonna get some boring videos without any new projects. I would love to do projects all the time, but you know, it's not.
You can only do so
not
much.
quite ideal, huh?
You can only do so much.
Right, with our space and all that. There's a shrimp doozy.
Shell.
Yeah. I was like, what is that? Makes me happy to see because that means they're healthy and they're shedding healthy. So woohoo. Alright, we're gonna end the video here. I hope it was informative and helpful, and if you guys have any suggestions, I'm always open to hearing it and learning. And for those who are watching and want to learn more, go ahead and comment your wisdom. We're gonna end it here. If you loved it, hashtag love it. Be sure to be subscribed. Hit the little bell by the subscribe button so you're notified every time you post a video. We have more projects coming. You know, the type of videos you guys love watching, not the cleaning ones. So I have a couple more of those coming up, so stay tuned. And until next time, bye y'all.